Helping you with your intonation and inflection. Hello, I'm Peter Stewart. This is today's episode of Get a Better Broadcast, Podcast and Video Voice. And we're going to be coming on to the rules, the guidelines, the framework of intonation in quite some depth over the course of the next few weeks. But over the next few days, where intonation goes wrong. Why is it important? What happens if you do get it wrong? How daft can you sound? And there are lots of examples around up and down the dial of people who haven't been taught correct intonation. And you know what? It drives me up the wall. It really does. So we'll talk about those over the next few days. And you may, after a while, think to yourself, hold on, I've heard someone like this. Dear, oh dear, he's absolutely right. That's awful. Dear, oh dear, they don't have a clue. So when intonation goes wrong over the next few days, the lift, the suppression of individual words and where people aren't doing it correctly. And as I mentioned yesterday, misemphasis destroys the authority and believability of your delivery. Intonation, as I said a few days ago, is generally greatly misunderstood and badly taught, if it's taught at all, in broadcast school, in voice acting schools. There's not much time spent on it at all. I know, I've looked, I've asked. And while researching content for this series of podcasts, which I'm going to be turning into a book, to add to my already extensive notes and experience from over the years, I came across a company offering training in how to speak like a broadcaster. So as you can imagine, I was intrigued. I am a broadcaster. I have taught other people how to speak like a broadcaster. So what was this person offering? And, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that on their website they had a few phrases which were along the lines of this. And I haven't copied this directly because I don't necessarily want you to find out where this website is, because that's a little bit unfair. But let me just draw this to your attention. I paraphrase, but it said something along these lines. Begin your statement in your natural tone, then move up one step higher on the speech stairs early in your statement, which is typically on the second or third word. Then you move your pitch down the imaginary speech stairs on each syllable for the rest of your sentence. Boy, oh boy. Yeah? What they're saying is that you start on one tone and then 3 words later you go up and then you go down the imaginary speech stairs on each syllable for the rest of your statement. Well, that sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? No. What we need to do is to highlight the reasons why we are lifting certain words, why we are suppressing certain words, how we do that naturally when we ad lib, and then using those rules as a guideline for when we are going to be reading the words off a page. That's what I'm going to be showing you over the next few days, over the next few weeks. It's in a certain amount of detail, but it's not as easy, as straightforward, and as wrong as, quote, begin your statement in your natural tone, then move up one step higher on the speech stairs early in your statement, typically on the second or third word, then move your pitch down the imaginary speech stairs on each syllable for the rest of your statement. Each syllable, you've got to come down in your intonation, in your tone, every single syllable for the rest of the sentence. That sounds preposterous, doesn't it? I don't agree with that formula in any way, particularly as they're charging $500 per day per person to teach that codswallop. Dear, oh dear. To me it sounds fake, almost psychotic way of speaking. You'll sound as mad as a fish. It's far too structured. It gives no credence to actually understanding what you're talking about and the message behind the words that you're trying to involve your listener with. Nonsense. Don't go with them and spend $500. Stay with me. I'll tell you for free about what words to intone correctly and why. And tomorrow, what happens when wrong words are intoned. As Get a Better Broadcast, Podcast and Video Voice continues. For free, from London, I'm Peter Stewart.